Pens. Very convenient and well-designed things, aren't they? Unlike their black and non-mechanical counterpart, pencils don't require any service work, like for example, sharpening. Pencils do this messy ritual due to the conservation of energy and mass, while pens work without sharpening due to Einstein's theory of relativity. The other servicing work is erasing. On pencils, you need to rub the graphite away, which the material and erasers really hate because they proceed to throw a riot and turn into eraser dust. The pilot's friction uses rubber that can just heat up really fast due to friction, then it turns its own ink white. Don't question that. Anyways, another thing is just aura, because society apparently thinks a man is more attractive if they have a liquid bottle on their front pocket compared to glorified coal inside of a wooden tube. Now you might be wondering why I'm talking about pens instead of making out of context compilations. Well, it's because I love pens. Shocking, I know. How can someone be infatuated by a darn messy ink bottle? Well, that's because they are elegant, and I don't need to have an drop of carbon on my hands every day at school. Instead of that, I have blue marks on my hands every month at school. Maybe even longer if I don't mess around and open it as if I'm some sort of mechanical engineer trying to research a new technique for hugging pens. Now that we sort of have an introduction out of the way, let us talk about the inner workings and types of pens. Very fun for the nerds, but I guess at this point in the video the normal people left already to watch the new Mr. Breast vid. But now here it is. I'm actually gonna talk about pens now, the real deal. I'm gonna talk about the first to be made right now in this point in time. So let me start off. Feathers. What? Feathers. Literal feathers. To be specific, from the answer or genuses, because they are very good for writing due to math. What do you mean math? Because of the shape? You could have said that first, you know, but I'm too lazy, and if I have the answer to something but too lazy to explain it, I just say it's because of math, because every answer always leads to math. Oh. Yeah, sure. So yeah, feathers or friggin' coils for the old people, but how did it work? Well, in a pen you need two things. First, stir the ink, and second, float back onto the page. How did the coil achieve this? Well, one, you just dipped it onto some ink and the porous feather material stirred the ink in itself, and two, just flowed out due to Einstein's theory of relativity. So yeah, not really high tech nor that genius, because one, it was extremely dark and messy, and two, it doesn't last long, like me, like a quill I guess. Anyways, now that I'm done with that boring thing, how about we move on to feathers, but metal now. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't really care for this type a lot. It's called a dip pen, by the way. Ooh, now this is the interesting part. Some Khalifa in Egypt back in the 1900s was utterly pissed that dip pens just actually existed in this godforsaken timeline. Said to one of his engineers, maybe, to make the holding part of the dip pen to hold ink. Said, I don't know how you will do it, but just do it. Then I was recorded by the guy who would later found a supermarket near my neighborhood. Potential engineer did so, but the way he did was sadly lost to history. Then Deveqai apparently had one. Then some other European neighbors also had one. Then an actual fucking patent was made in 1809. Then in 1819 another guy copied and also made it better, then proceeded to sell it as a penographic. Ooh. Hopefully it is not trademark until now. Anyways, Wikipedia finally mentions the first type of fountain pen, the piston mechanism. Now you might be wondering, piston? Isn't that only on cars? Well no, it's just anything that there's inside a cylinder and there's a flat disc and rod, and that's it. And now how does it look like inside? Well, here's a badly drawn diagram that took me a long while. Sick. And I mean, it made me sick looking at it. Anyways, I'm gonna stop using a Wikipedia article and then introduce you to the other ones, like the cartridge, which is just the tip and a cartridge. So here's a B-roll. The roll should be done now. Alright, next we have the converters. They're just cartridge pens trying to be piston ones, but will never be it. We have eyedroppers. That's just the uniball eye. Fuck is that? Later. Anyways, yeah, that's it. Hey listen, I think you should buy one of these, I guess, and that's if you have 1, money, 2, are comfortable with money, then I think you should consider getting one, like the Lamy Safari, and that's it. After that you need to get the Mont Blanc Meister Stock 149 platinum coated pen, or you're dead to me. Anyways, let me skip another few decades to the ballpoint pen, the one you probs already have, and that one began with the hungry guy who thought water-based ink sucks because we still have a skill issue with precise machining. So why not, instead of using water-based ink in my ballpoint designs, I use thicker oil-based ones. Then he did, but it was made of metal and expensive, so another guy named Bitch copied his idea only 5 years later, making it out of plastic, which made the cost only $2. Then he called it the Big Kingston, and it was one of the most popular things man has ever made. Then 13 years later, a Japanese company made the rollerball, aka ballpoint, with water-based ink. Its name is Otto, and I swear you have never heard of it. 16 years later, Mitsubishi copied it, but now with a metal tip, I guess. It's called the Uniball. In 1994, they made the best-selling rollerball called the Uniball I. Please buy it. It's only around $2 and really is better than whatever ballpoint you have. The Pilot G2 exists. The Zebra Sarasa clip exists, and it's solos. Those two are called gel-based rollerballs, and they chill, I guess. Very smooth and without the sort extra messiness of the water-based one. Hey, remember the Pilot's friction in the beginning? Yeah, it's gel-based. Also, the gel-based lasts longer than the water-based because of physics and whatever. Uniball Air is goated though. Water-based but retained that run surprisingly. Hope I showed my love for pen.